Coffee is a good market to be in because people who drink coffee tend to drink it on a daily basis. They are in various places. They can get their coffee. Some people don't like coffee. They will drink tea or whatnot, but it's a repeatable type of product that people buy every day, consumable product. While the amount of a cup of coffee is not very high that you would pay, if you do it every day times thousands and thousands of customers, you're going to make a lot of money. This is going to be a video explaining market share and market potential in general with the coffee shops in Henrietta. Naturally, if you look at this picture here, it looks like Starbucks is getting half the market share. So of all the coffee cups sold in the Henrietta area, Starbucks gets about 50%. We know you can get it at 7-Eleven and other places, but for the simplification of this problem, we're just going to have the three. You got Dunkin' Donuts, a little more than Tim Hortons. They split the other half. Now, the market potential for coffee in Henrietta is estimated in this problem of being $450,000, which means that in a year, $450,000 worth of coffee will be sold. It could be more, it could be less, but we're going to project that that's the amount, and this is what businesses do in real life. So the total market potential in Henrietta is $450,000 as we get from this. They're going to tell you in the problems that I give you how much the potential market is. Now we know the average price of a cup of coffee is $2.50. That will also be given to you typically in the problems how much it's going to cost for 1 unit of this thing. Now we're going to take the annual market potential for the coffee, which is $450,000, divided by $2.50. And that means, if I take my calculator here, 450,000 divided by 2.5, that's gonna give me about 180,000 cups of coffee. Sorry for my handwriting; it's pretty messy, but you get the idea. So that's how many cups of coffee are going to be sold. Not large, not small. We're just going to generalize that there's going to be about 180,000 cups of coffee. Now, which store has the greatest market share? That's easy. Starbucks in this particular market. Maybe Dunkin' Donuts kills it out in Pittsford, but in Henrietta, we know it's Starbucks, and that's where we want to do this problem. Now, what's the dollar amount of the market share for the store with the greatest share of the market? So what we're going to do is take the amount of coffee that's going to be sold, 450,000, times 50%. Remember, 50%, when you put it into a calculator, is 0.50, which means in dollars, if we do the math, $225,000 of the $450,000 of coffee that's going to be sold is going to go to who? Starbucks. All right. Now let's move it down to the last two questions real quick. What store has the least? And we know that's Tim Hortons. The dollar amount of the market share for the store with the least, very simple. We're going to take the total amount of coffee in dollars that's going to be sold, multiply it by 20%. When you go into a calculator, is 0.20. Actually, you can't see that, but I just put it there. And we now drag that down here, 0.20, and they get about 90,000. All right. Now, the way it works in units, you're going to get this thrown at you too. Let me just take it down here on a little side note. How many units, how many cups of coffee is Tim Hortons going to have to sell? Here's how much money the coffee cups are going to cost, but we need to break it down into units. So $90,000 divided by the average cup of coffee price is $2.50. All right, that tells us we're going to sell 36,000 cups of coffee. Okay, and that could be units or whatever it is. This isn't very difficult math, but it's very valuable to businesses to know. And of course, now I can see how I might price my product or make decisions so that I can get a larger percentage of this. In today's lesson, we're going to work with Tim Hortons as a marketing company to try to get them more market share so that they can sell more cups of coffee. So enjoy a nice warm beverage of your choice.